All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have a very special treat for you today. All the way from Cuba, I have a nice dish for you. That's right. And I'm going to have her join us right now. Sion, would you like to come out?
Hi, Tony.
How
Thank
are you,
you.
dear? Hi, Sion. Didn't I tell you? This is my special dish. And guess what she's going to prepare for you? A special Cuban dish.
Thank
My
you.
5'2" chili. Thank you, my love.
Thank you. Make sure you save a dance for me.
Absolutely, dear.
Okay. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sion Valer, and I want to thank you for having me today. And today I'm going to be preparing a very special side dish that is a staple in the Cuban diet. They're called tostones. Now I'm going to go back a little bit and tell you about the actual banana that it comes from, which are green plantains. The green plantains came from the Congo. The African slaves brought them over. Now the Spaniards, when they mingled in 1492, you see, the African slaves, they had the influence with food, music, everything. So since they were the ones preparing all the food, we have our green plantains. Now, green plantains are grown all over till this day: Egypt, Japan, Brazil, and even in Florida. Now, you're probably wondering where the name came from. Believe it or not, the Spaniards were the one that called them Platanos because they had this little tree in Spain and it reminded them of them, so they named it the Plátano. Let's get started because I'm hungry. First, I'm going to cut off the edges without cutting my little fingers. Now, in order to peel it, because we want to peel it, we're just going to slice it nicely right down the center. And we'll just take the peel off. Now, usually I prefer for the bananas to be a little darker. We want them sweet. The sweeter the better, right? But this'll have to do for today. So right now I'm just taking the peel off of it, and then we're going to cut it. You want to cut it about 2 inches. And you want to make sure that you have a nice side bowl of water. They're usually not this difficult to peel, but okay. So as I said, we're going to slice them somewhat of an angle, okay? So we want to make sure we have an angle here. Right away I put it in a little dish of water. Now it's important, see, this is what we want it to look like. This is the size and this is the angle. This is usually a side dish for rice and beans. We have a lot of black beans that we cook with. Since these are a little bit harder to peel with your hand, I'm just going to start cutting off the little green edges on the side. Now, in the meantime, you want to make sure that you have a pot with vegetable oil and put it in about a medium low because you want to get it nice and hot. That way, while you're cutting your bananas, it's getting hot and you're ready to put them in. So I'm already ready. We're going to put them in now to the pot. We're going to leave them in for about, let's see, maybe 5 to 7 minutes. But timing is not what it is. It's more of the look of it. I kind of wish I had a clear pot so that I could show you what I'm talking about. So I'm putting them in, and I want them to get just a little brown, a nice little brown, little toasted. Now be careful because it's hot, and when you drop them in, it's all going to come out at you, so just be very careful. You see this little spoon right here? You need this because you're going to move them around a little bit. So this is the color that I want you to have it at. Okay, so I have my paper towel and my little bowl. You can put it in a plate. It really doesn't make a difference, but we're going to take them out. You can drain them too, just like that. And in the meantime, I want you to keep the pot on still to about a medium high. They cook very, very quickly. And it's a wonderful side dish, it really is. So now I'm going to soak up the oil. Okay, so now that we have them out of the pot, we're going to smash them. I'm using the bottom of a cup, but I'm going to show you how to do it and how I want it to look. this is how they're supposed to look. Now they're a little hot. You can make them bigger, and how you base that on is how the size you slice them. I'm okay with this size. In the meantime, your pot is still hot, really sizzling hot with the oil. Now I like the bottom of a can because it's not rounded and it's sharp and it gives them a good, nice, flat shape. But these will do just fine. I promise they'll be just as delicious. And we're almost done. This is a very quick side dish to make. Okay. Now the next step, now that you know that this is what they're supposed to look like, the next step is to throw them into that fryer. Now be careful because you don't want to burn them. Okay, so now they're doing their little snap, crackle, pop dance. So now this time, we don't want them to be soft. We want them to be a little crispier. But when you bite into it, it's a little soft in the center. All right. Oh, they are frying. Okay, we're just about done with all of these. One more, here we go. Perfect. So now with the paper towel, I'm going to drain the oil out because you don't want to eat a banana with oil, do you? No. So I pat dried them as I did before. And now I'm going to put them on the plate. And the final and last touch before you get to enjoy it, a lot of salt. I know, diets and all that stuff, but it's worth it, trust me. And here they are. My favorite, tostones. Try one.